Okay, so today is what's Saturday, May 7th, 2022 at 4:25 p.m. So this video is about the person I'm staying with named Trisha Jerome. And so she has a YouTube channel called Bluffy the Narc Slayer. But so she donated me, let's see, $100, and then another time she donated me $180, and then she sent for me to come down here. I mean, I don't know. It seemed like as if she must think I'm stupid because she seemed like she's like very subtle with perping me, and she sent for me to come down here. And at first I felt like hesitant, and then all those offers people had made me and stuff, you know. So, it seemed like as if she was, love bombing me. She called herself making like she's a narc slayer, but then, she's the one who's the the freaking covert narc, and so it seemed like as if she acted like a subtle perp over the phone, talking to me like as if, like as if she just wanted to hear me talk about, my personal life. And I felt manipulated, when she tried to say, well, that's 365 a week. Oh, that's too much. Like as if I'm too dumb to know that. And so she would always, be calling me girl. And I tell her several times, please do not call me girl. I'm older than you. I'm 38 years old. So I didn't even want to come. I wouldn't have minded coming down to New Orleans, but I wouldn't have wanted to come stay by her or anybody, And I don't know. It's like as if I felt manipulated into coming down here. And it's like I'm wrong for throwing, quote unquote, throwing fake TI perps under the bus, though, So she like when I asked her, well, how much are you gonna charge me? She's like, oh, I was just gonna do like the crackheads do, like the crackheads did me, and just charge me just charge you only $50 to stay here, And so she I don't know, it's like before I even got there, before I got here, I had this feeling that she would be like a narcissistic control freak, fake friend, and fake TI perp that, wants to try to groom me or try to be my handler or something. And so before I got down here, I tried to question. It's like, first of all, you got a red car. And then she kept on saying, like, with the good stuff that's been happening to her lately. It's like she'll try to act like a religious narcissist. And she'll try to act like as if, the good things that she's been getting lately. She'll try to be like, oh, I just got lucky. Because if she said that she was only on the streets for like 2 hours or something, then she said she was homeless, living in her car, and that she just got lucky with the car, and now she got her own place conveniently and offered for me to come and move in with her. This is why I don't like living with nobody. And it seemed like as if she tried to follow me on LinkedIn. I don't even use LinkedIn that much. And so, it makes me feel creeped out and uncomfortable when she do stuff like, whether before I came here or after I already came here, she'd be like, let me know that she's been watching my videos, to try to make me feel fearful and uncomfortable. So I'm mad because, I don't even know if this was a setup to get me to be back on the streets and broke and homeless again. and the illusion, the false illusion of trying to help me, pretending to fake help me. You know, because it seemed like as if she pretended to fake half listen on the phone talking to me when I was telling her about certain things, and I noticed that she didn't tell me much about her personal situation, but always wanted to listen on, on what I had to say. And so it seems like everything about her is fake, everything. And I know y'all gonna glorify her and get her tell her fake side of the story. Y'all gonna be giving her thumbs up because y'all think she looks better than me, or y'all just have a problem with anybody. Y'all just have a problem with me having a situation with anybody, And so she made it like as if she just only wanted to charge me $50 a month, or really not charge me much or anything like that. But I think that was a fake to lure me in. But let me think of what else. Look, this is a one headlight perp. And so, and one tail light too. One brake light. And so, so it's like I'm already here. I started to try to apply for jobs. And, she's also like 8 years younger than me. And I get the feeling that she treats me like I don't have sense, like I'm retarded or something. Or like I don't know any better. But it's like, if she's trying to make it like as if she can help me get a work-at-home job and get back on my feet and stuff like that. And it's like, well, how you got all these connections, or if she can, get back on her feet or whatever. I don't know all of her situation or whatever, but it's like yesterday she made me really fucking mad because I've said in advance I don't like nobody younger than me trying to tell me what to do. I don't like being bossed or controlled by people younger. I don't like to be told what to do, period. And so she sent for me to come down here. And when we were at the beach yesterday, she would tell me, look at this perp doing this, or look at that perp doing that. But she tried to make it like falsely, like before I got here, she made it like as if that none of the gang stalking really phases her, and like as if she just laughs at it. So I would point out the one headlight or them doing this or doing that, and then she would act aggravated and annoyed with me when I tell her certain things. But then she can sit down and tell me about this perp. So if I tell her something about the online person, well, I don't see why you don't just ignore them and stuff like that. And so I've seen her yesterday also, like at least 3 or 4 times throw up the devil horns hand sign while riding me here. And also she threw up the 666 hand sign a few times also. And I think she threw up the 666 hand sign at least once today too. So she keeps on being like, girl! And I'm like, I'm old. Like, So it's like my mind has gone like drawn a blank right now. And now they got manufactured increased fake traffic. And, it's like in order for me to do a video and document what she's doing to me, that house is kind of small. So I had to come away from the house and somewhere else to come and talk and do a video about her and stuff like that. And I was getting mad at her, and I felt like, well, if you knew that I was going to be talking about my targeting, and if you figured you didn't want to hear it, or you were disgusted with it, then I feel like, well, I don't see why you sent for me to come down here in the first place, because you can talk about targeting, but I really think you're faking, pretending to be targeted. Because none of her videos show any, real proof. She just got subtle fake proof talking about, look at this, a video talking about, look at this Freemason walking by my door. And, it was just a man. We don't know who that man could have been. He didn't have any Masonic symbolism or anything. It was just a man walking by. But there's obvious one headlight, then you know that's like something like blatant proof. But it's like she wanted me to shut up about everything while it's okay for her to talk about things. So I really, I mean, I guess she was using the donations as fake love bombing to get me to come down here. And then when I got down here, she got too comfortable with me too fast. See, they're doing a noise harassment, noise campaign on purpose to distract me. They're trying to manipulate me into going back over there by her so she can fucking hear me. So, yeah, so I mean, I'm not allowed around her. I'm forbidden or not allowed to talk about anything or expose anything. It's fucking evil. And me being forced to hold in everything with my Tourette's and everything, that's what causes me to like lash out and go off. You know, see, they want to make it to where I can't even get away from them. So, I should have brought my earbuds, but that won't even help. So I mean, they want us to fucking distract. In this car right there, they had one tail light, or one tail light brighter than the other. So, what's the point of you claiming to be targeted? And then, if you claim to be targeted, and then you do stuff like, see, they use that noise harassment to get me away from the area. And they're trying to slow me up and waste my time. I'm glad that the Wi-Fi is freaking fast, extremely fast. And here's the one headlight perp right here. I'm gonna keep showing y'all because it's like she want to try to force me to think differently. One headlight with that nice ass Cadillac. Well, I'm not even allowed to have shit. The perps don't even want me taking the damn buses. And then they got, this is fucking ridiculous, damn. They're swarming me like bees and mobbing me heavy. I mean, so I didn't come down here for her to mute me talking about my targeting. So, you know, people want to talk about don't be scared of nobody. Here's another perp right here with one headlight. And she's a fake Christian narcissistic perp. Look at this. I'm gonna keep showing. Oh, now he makes a turn. Wooden things. They're all fucking gang stalkers. And I mean, that's why I said I think she was trying to love bomb me to try to get me to come down here and think she can be my handler and try to dictate or control how I handle my targeting. Because I mean, she hides behind Christianity and then has like false. I mean, this guy wants to be obvious. You know what? And there he goes with his arm hanging out the window. Like, you move from there to over here. Definitely a perp, and I'm supposed to be forced to buy. I mean, a real target ain't going to. And look, here's another perp. Ghetto. And he's wearing a red shirt. So, as I said, this is the reason why I can't go take walks. I mean, he is stone cold perp. He got it all. But he got arm hanging out the window, one headlight and one tail light. I see y'all gang stalkers. So, it seemed like as if she's trying to mind control me and force me to be different. They're all perps. Like, she want to try to mind control me and try to force me to be different from my normal self. You know, if I feel comfortable talking about and exposing my targeting, and then, you know, she swoops in and pretends to fake love bomb me. Like, if I go inside and try to tell her, oh, the gang stalkers were swarming me like bees, I don't see why you even pay attention to that. You know, that would be her response. So I feel like, why the fuck did she send for me to come down here and make false promises and false offers for me to, like, trying to make false offers and false promises to help me get back on my feet and everything, and make it like it's so easy and so simple to get a work at home job. And like with my writing, you know, I said the perps, you know, they blocked me from making money off my writings, and then she was like, oh, we're gonna work on that, and then did like a fake smiley face emoji. And I'm like, hell fucking no, ain't nobody gonna work with me on my blog or my short stories or nothing. You know, ain't nobody gonna work on nothing with me. That's for me to work on completely and totally by myself. You know, if you, as I said, if you want me to work on a project, then, you know, you can ask me to help you with your project, but ain't nobody touching none of my stuff. You know, I want to be, and look, more noise harassment. Tinted windows. And they got so many flies. And so, and then she did some annoying stuff like blasting loud, secular, worldly Jamaican music or whatever fake island Caribbean music, and I was tortured and annoyed the whole time. And then she like do stuff like sing all my favorite Christian songs, and it's like, how the fuck do you know what's my favorite songs? And it's like the songs I don't care about that I tried to play. The songs that I mean, she was like doing stuff like singing poorly, and also snapping her fingers along to all my favorite Christian songs that I try to play. And then it's like, you're showing me you a perp, you know? And I'm like, I can't believe this. How the hell you hide behind Christianity and the Bible and you a perp? And she hasn't shown me any tangible evidence of herself being a target. You know, and not even on her videos, she'll just show like the illusion of proof, but not enough real proof, you know, about being a real TI. I mean, any real. And then she tried to say that she doesn't show much of her gang stalking activity, because she tried to make it like, oh, well, I don't want to give any of these perps any glory or anything like that, you know, or something along those lines. She didn't want to give them any attention. So it's like, I felt like, well, how the hell, like, you're singing my favorite songs on purpose just to make me mad and think it's funny, you know, and then snapping your fingers. I'm like, oh no, you're atrocious. So it's like, that's the thing that perps do. Like, the songs that I didn't care about that I try to play, oh, she'll be quiet or having a conversation. But all my favorite songs, oh, she knows which ones are my top favorites that she, you know, try to sing on purpose, you know. And so then, yeah, I did talk about those hand signs. And so yesterday, at the beginning, like before the trip, it's like, well, that's why I be saying supposed targets or so-called or professed targets. Because it's like, I don't want to call nobody a real target unless I have my final confirmation to believe you. You know, because I know I'm real. And they have so many fakes who ruined me and dogged me out. And so, these distractions. So, and so she tried to make it like, oh, I'm the only real TI in your live stream, like the other Friday. And I'm like, nah, you were a perp too. You know, you just pretending to live a lifestyle, living a lifestyle to pretend to be targeted. and living a lifestyle to pretend to be Christian, but it seemed like she would get strongly mad at me every time I mentioned, what the gang stalkers are doing. And so then, what else? Yesterday, when we got out of the car and got to the beach, I told her about, when we got to the car and got to the beach, I told her about, I told her about these perps that were filming us with a faded red phone, and they were in the car, and she deliberately parked right next to them. And so I said, look at them filming us, and I said they're filming us, and they have a faded red phone. And so then she's like, they may or may not be gang stalkers. I don't know. I don't care. Well, I don't see why you worried about that. And so then I was like shocked and scared and feeling like submissive and feeling like, overly apologetic. And it's like she just randomly like snapped on me or lashed out on me. Talking about, I don't care. They may not be gang stalkers. I don't even care. Whatever. And going off. But, and look at this bastard. Perp. And the guy in the passenger side had a red shirt and had his phone aimed up at me. But it's gonna make for me to just be forced to hold everything in. That's gonna make me go off and snap. So I felt like I should have trusted my instincts, but I felt like I wanted to be less of a burden. I wanted to be less of a burden on everybody, and not having to beg for $365 every week to stay in a motel. And and today what nasty thing she did was she asked me for some of my cereal, and my cereal, what she did was she put a whole damn hand inside the box of cereal. I'm like, well, that's a fucking waste of money, because I know she ain't gonna eat the rest of that box of cereal, but I won't eat it either, so that's a box going to waste. But I feel like if somebody's truly targeted, then if somebody's truly targeted, then they're gonna sit there and let you vent. If somebody's truly targeted, they're gonna sit there and let you vent. And if somebody's truly targeted, they're not gonna talk about other TIs having mental illness. They're not gonna, and it's like I do not feel right with this, male or female. I don't feel comfortable with somebody younger than me trying to be my handler. And that's what these fake TI perps do. They want to act like they want to coach you on how to ignore your targeting and force you to just be quiet all the time. But she tried to fool people into thinking that she's a legit TI. And so she tried to say, well, God is not moved, so we shouldn't be moved about the targeting and stuff like that. And then she wanted to do these fake spiritual warfare prayers and stuff, and talking about, I bind and rebuke it, and all that stuff. And she brags about, I don't know, but it's like she also like doing weird stuff, like wanting me to sleep in the same bed with her and stuff like that, and me just trying to keep down argument and not wanting any confusion, and then be like, even though this is my hometown, this is where I grew up at, I didn't want to end up feeling stranded in my own hometown. And I mean, and they got some other disgusting things she did and said that I mean, it might, I'd be wrong for throwing people under the bus if I were to talk about, So my mind drew a blank about everything she did. But she really makes me fucking mad that she will talk about the perps this, the perps that, but when I do, she wants to talk about, oh, I don't see why you, oh, like even this morning, me and her almost got into a heated argument because I was telling her, you know, about the online perps. Look at this bitch. And then she tried to make it like she wanted to show me how she drives a certain way. And look, when she drives, she got mad at me because I told her, and this, I mean, she got mad at me because I told her, you know, that her, oh, I knew this was a perp. He got one brake light on that trailer thing on that truck. It looked like he was glad to perp. So, you know, I just want to be me and continue exposing my targeting. I didn't come here for her to fucking muzzle me. For her to try to be my handler and try to muzzle me. But see, they caused me to lose my train of thought of some other stuff I needed to say. You know, but I really think this girl is trying to be my fucking handler. And so something else, they made me slip my mind. But, you know, she's talking about targeting individuals have mental illness and stuff like that. And I mean, I try to bite my tongue. And I'm excited to be back in my hometown, but not to be around her, you know. So this video is probably going to cut off soon. They perping me super heavy, and I'm hungry, and I'm just fucking mad, you know. I got more to say, but the